No.
Okay,
Stay on the
it
line.
should be live, right?
Yeah.
Just opening up now.
Okay, so we're good. All right. So
We're
I'm going
good,
to call
Bruce?
your sister now.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Which one is doing? Oh, the- Okay, let's see how we got. Okay, we're good. So here's where we are. I told David that the webcast has started. Can you see the webcasting?
I can see you.
Oh, well, that's good. No. Do you see me through the cell phone, or do you see the webcast? Well, try the link for the webcast.
Okay, that's what we tried.
Okay, we'll try that now. The FaceTime for the phone is only so that you can speak.
Okay, yes, I'm listening in now.
No, not yet. We're not quite there yet. But I'm going to leave you on the phone. All right? And the funeral director is going to hold the phone. But the webcast, I want to know that you can see us and hear us.
You see it now.
Okay, excellent. Thanks, Pete. These are the words of the preacher Kohelet from the book of Ecclesiastes. There is a time for every experience under heaven. A time to dance and a time to cry. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to speak and a time to be silent. A time to seek and a time to lose. The time of mourning is complicated, filled with a full range of emotions from the bitter to the sweet. So we acknowledge that fact today, and we use this service with psalms and praise to link the life of Anne Hannis with the 3,000-year-old tradition of the people of Israel and the eternity of God. I put my book down and get another one. וישוב העפר על הארץ כשהיה, והרוח תשוב אל האלוהים אשר נתנה. The dust returns to the earth as it was, but the spirit returns unto God who gave it. May the soul of Anne Hannis, the daughter of Morris and Bessie, be bound up in the bonds of peace eternal. Send comfort, O Lord, to those who mourn. Grant strength to those whose burden is sorrow. Merciful Father, you are our refuge, our Redeemer, our Creator, and it is with the gift of your Spirit that we are formed. You take it in return, and we are but dust. Let us be grateful for the many blessings in Anne's life. Bowed by grief because of their loss, her mourners turn to you, seeking comfort. Lord of compassion, grant them solace and strength. Reinforce their faith, for you are our rock and our Redeemer. Adonai Natan v'Adonai Lakach. Yishem Adonai Mevorach. The Lord has given, and the Lord has taken away. Praised be the name of the Lord. I hope you're all hearing. You can hear me, you can see me, that this is working. I think you all know that at a time of loss and sorrow, it's often difficult to find just the right words to bring comfort. So the rabbinic tradition is simple. It's not the words that matter so much, but rather the deep feelings of the heart. The rabbinic expression is Hamakom Yenachem Etchem. May God grant you strength. May God grant you comfort among all those in Israel who mourn. We hope that those words bring some comfort to you. But there's an understanding that each and every one of you is a source of Anne's immortality. She obviously had a very good and long run, but she has adult grandchildren and great-grandchildren. So very simply, remember, her life is a tale that needs to be told. So this is an appropriate time for two things. One, at a time of loss and sorrow, we say a blessing as we've begun this service to acknowledge God's presence in the world, which I'm going to ask you to repeat after me, first in Hebrew, then in English. And then we're going to call on a couple of family members to say some words. Not that you can encapsulate her life, but you'll speak from the heart, to talk about her, to talk about your relationship to her, to share with everyone so that it triggers the memories of each and every one of you. So first, please repeat after me, first in Hebrew, then in English. This is a blessing we would say if you were tearing a piece of fabric or an article of clothing, because the fabric of life has been torn with Anne's death. Please repeat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Dayan ha'emet. Praise to you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, righteous judge. So let's turn first to Sherry. And Sherry, I assume that you can hear me and see me on the web camera, but now we've got the cell phone here. So I'm going to have the cell phone brought close to the web camera, so when you talk, it can pick up your voice.
Can you see how it's being seen?
You have to come more right.
Yes.
It says paused.
Can you hear me all
It
right?
says paused.
Let me make
does
sure
that
that the
mean?
volume is on high. Yep. Okay.
Hi.
All right.
Can you hear okay?
We can hear okay. I can't see you, but that's fine because we're going to turn it toward
Right
the
in front
camera.
of the camera.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen.
It says paused again.
That's fine.
It
I think
says
you can still hear her though, right?
okay. Is it?
Yeah.
As long as you can hear her, that's fine.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is there a speaker?
Looking back on the arc of full life,
So maybe I should just put
we
it on
miss the
speaker.
vibrant
mic.
woman who was our mother, grandmother, great-grandma. We remember her deep love of family, her sad the state of Israel, born of living through World War II. Creativity as a sculptor, amazing passion as a woman, and the pride of education for herself. You'll be forever in our thoughts, Grandma. Don't. We love you.
I think that's it. She's ended with "We love you."
Okay. So, Sherry,
Yes.
I'm going to call your brother now. So I'm going to hang up on you.
Oh,
All right? If you're done. Have you complete? Okay. Very good. All right.
Hello.
Okay, David, I don't have you on FaceTime. I'm just doing it as a telephone call. So
Okay.
you sound clearer on the microphone to the webcast.
Okay, that's
Did-
good.
Put the microphone by that microphone. Go ahead.
Let me know when I should start talking.
Go ahead.
Okay. Grandma lived a very, very long, fulfilling life. To me, she'll always be 21 plus. For everybody in the family, we all know exactly what that means. If anyone deserved bonus time in this world, it was probably Grandma Hannes, because she knew how to live her life fully. She was a counselor. She was a Jewish couples matchmaker. She was an artist. She was a sculptor. She was a graduate from FIT. She even dipped her toes into real estate at a time, and I found her to be one of the most impressive people I've ever known. She got knocked down when Grandpa passed in 1997, but that didn't keep her down. She got right back up again, found herself another man, and continued to live her life for another 20 years. The last couple of years have been tough to see the woman I knew decline it bit by bit. But to me, she was always this live, spirited woman that knew how to live her life. She's even somebody who came to me at age 97, and Grandma asked me, "Hey, can you make a dating profile for me?" That was Grandma. She loved us. She loved her family. She was smart. She was opinionated. She would argue her point and defend it to the end. And you don't mess with Grandma when it came to Israel. I was never bored by her. I am one that would say she's one of my favorite people on the planet. I would always say that about her. I still say that about her even in her passing, and I'm going to miss her for the rest of my life. Grandma, I love you. I will miss you forever. Rest in peace. Uncle
Thank
Peter,
you.
do you want to say anything? I'll pass. You want to pass? Okay, Peter will pass. Okay, thank you, Peter.
And David, is your dad going to speak?
No, my dad, it's just with a watch, passed away.
Okay, so I'm going to go back into the camera. I'm going to hang up on
I'm gonna hang up.
hang up on the cell phone. Thank you. You're welcome.
You take a picture.
These are the words of the psalmist. The Lord, you've been a refuge from one generation to the next. Before the mountains were born, before the earth was fashioned, from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. But mankind you crumble to dust. You say, return, O mortals, 1,000 years are in your sight, a passing day, a watch in the night. You sweep us away and we sleep. Like grass we flourish but for a day. In the morning, we sprout afresh, and yet by nightfall we fade and wither. You set our secrets before your presence, and our lives expire as a sigh. 70 our years may number, 80 years have granted the vigor. Life too quickly passes and flies away. Teach us therefore to use all our days, that we may attain a heart of wisdom. Grant us of your love in the morning, that we may joyously sing all our days, and match days of sorrow with days of joy. Then your servants will see your power, then their children will know your glory. V'hi noam Adonai Eloheinu aleinu, u'maseh yadenu konena aleinu, u'maseh yadenu konenehu. The favor of the Lord our God be upon us. He will establish the work of our hands. The work of our hands he will surely establish them. And let us all say, Amen. The flower fades, but the word of our God shall endure forever. Very simply, each and every one of you is a source of her immortality, as I said. And the fact is a simple one. Looking back in life, take the lessons that you've learned and incorporate them into your life moving forward. Keep in mind that this strong, remarkable woman who lived more than a century is, in essence, always a part of you. Now, I would say particularly to all the members of the family, but let me point out, David and Sean and their children, Jacob and Jennifer, Sherry and Tad and their children, Aaron and Jesse. You're the next generations. So when you teach your children as they grow up, particularly the little ones, Jacob and Jennifer, but it's not like Aaron and Jesse are fully grown adults yet, being in high school. Their great-grandmother is going to sit on their shoulder. Whenever they have an accomplishment, whenever they feel good, whenever they want to pat themselves on the back, they can do so. But they have to remember, and you have to stress this to them, that you never really do it by yourself. You come from somewhere. She will always be a part of that. And the more you tell the tale, the more you repeat the events that were so compelling in life, the more photographs that you gaze upon, may those all bring memories to your heart, so that the sweetness of her life truly be with you always. And that may you be comforted. May the pain you feel today lessen. May the joy of life take over as time passes. And may you be fulfilled by her, always. We continue this service now. We got a lot of cars going back and forth. I'm sorry for the interruptions. Turn to the words of the memorial prayer. El Molei Rachamim Shochen B'Amromim Hamsei Menucha Nechona Tachet Kanfei Ashkina. O God, exalted and full of compassion, grant perfect peace in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure. To the soul of Ann Hannes, the daughter of Morris Brown and Bessie Minkowitz Brown, who is now gone to her eternal home. Master of mercy, we beseech you to remember the worthy, the righteous deeds she performed in the land of the living, and may her soul be bound up in the bonds of peace eternal. For the Lord is now her portion, and may she rest in peace. And let us all say,
Amen.
May God grant you strength and comfort among all those in Israel who mourn. We turn now to the words of the Kaddish prayer. If you know the Kaddish, please recite it with me. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah V'yalma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon v'yomechon Uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael B'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach La'olam u'la'olmei olmaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpo'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei d'kudsha b'rechu Li'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'mromav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May there be abundant peace from heaven and life and peace for us and for all people. And let us all say, Amen. Once again, Amakom Yenachem. May God grant you strength and comfort among all those in Israel who live. I'm going to place some earth in the grave now. That almost concludes our service today. Before we leave, I'm going to turn to Eddie's grave and recite a memorial prayer for him. El Mo'arachamim Shochen V'Avramim Hamtzei Menucha Nechona Tachet Kanfei Hashchina U'Ba'alot Kedoshim Toheim K'Zohar B'Kir Masidim. God exalted and full of compassion, grant perfect peace in the shelter and presence of the Holy to the soul of Edward Hillel Melch, who is gone to his eternal home. Master of mercy, we beseech you to remember the worthy and righteous deeds he performed in the land of the living, and may his soul be bound up in the bonds of peace eternal. For the Lord is now his portion, and may he rest in peace. And let us all say, better times.